Today I'm going to talk through everything that we can do to fix this terrible Liverpool team in this season. Now we are on some decent form at the moment. I say decent because we beat Sunderland and Brighton like it's nothing special, and we did just lose to Man City, but we're okay at the moment. But these are the changes that I would make to this team to just ensure we at least get Champions League this season, and also at least compete for the title next season. So starting off, obviously the main one, on a slot, I think we just need to sack him at this point. He's had too many chances. His mentality in interviews is terrible. Like, there was an interview recently where he basically said it's okay if we don't qualify for Champions League because Jurgen Klopp didn't qualify for it a couple of years ago. Like, that is a terrible mentality for a manager to have. It's actually painful to sort of listen to in his interviews. He even said about the Champions League and how last season we only won the league because we got knocked out of the Champions League early by PSG, which gave us an extra sort of week to train. Even though we'd already won the season by that point, it's terrible, his mentality. Get him out, and I'd bring Xabi Alonso in. I think everyone would at this point. So in terms of the actual team, I don't think there's too much changes that I would make with the overall structure of the team. There's a few players that I'd like to obviously swap and sort of try out some new players. So like goalie, I don't think there's any problem with that. Alisson, and we've got Managerial as a backup, so no problem. I think we definitely need to bring in a new right back with Bradley being out to apparently 2027, I've heard, which is just not good. And then Frimpong is obviously out, and Gomez is injury prone, as we know. And even our fourth backup, Endo, he's now got injured, and it's sad for him because that's probably his end of his career because, he's getting older with his age now, but hopefully he's all right. But we definitely need to sign a new right back in the summer. In terms of centre back for the summer, I think we actually might be okay because obviously we'll have Van Dijk and Canate, but hopefully Leone will be back. Then we'll have Jeremy Jacket, who will have come in and hopefully still isn't injured because obviously he got injured a couple of weeks ago and he's out for the season for them. So hopefully he's back all right for us. But possibly maybe sign another centre back would be nice. I'd like to see Bastoni or Schlotterbeck would be pretty good backups. Left back, I don't think there's too much of an issue because Robertson stayed, so I don't think we need to buy anyone there. Kirkes is obviously playing great. We seen him played against Brighton yesterday, and he was brilliant, like man of the match for me. Midfield, now this is where it gets a little unsure because we do have a great midfield. I think we've got one of the better midfielders in the league if they actually play well. Like Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai, three world-class midfielders in my opinion. McAllister's not been on it this season though, so I'm not sure about him. But when you add Florian Wirtz into there, and so you can see how he's starting to pick up his form, I genuinely think that if they play well under a good manager, especially if we have Xabi Alonso there, who's played with Wirtz before, I can genuinely see us doing really well next season. Left wing is the main problem for me in the team. Gakpo is useless. He cuts in every single time onto his right, has a shot which either gets deflected or goes wide or over or something like that. The defenders, I think they've figured him out at this point. I think they know what to expect when they play Gakpo, and it's not good enough from him. We've seen Rio came on against Brighton and he got a disallowed goal for offside, but it should have stood because he was onside. We see what he does when he comes on. He's, in 10 minutes, better than Gakpo for the whole game. Like, it's unbelievable how bad Gakpo is. So left wing, I think we could sign someone like Bradley Barcola. I think he'd be great, especially as Xabi Alonso has interest in him already. So I think it'd be great to get him into the team. Striker, I don't think there's an issue with Ekatike and Isak. Isak hopefully being back soon. I think he's back to training and all that, but Ekatike's form at the moment is brilliant, so we don't really need anyone else there. Right wing is sort of similar. We have Frimpong that can play there if he's not playing right back. Salah's getting a bit old now, his legs are going. So I think that's another position that we maybe sort of need to look into a bit more. I'd love to see Michael Olise play there, but I don't think he'd make the move. But if he did, that'd be brilliant because I think he's a top player. I think everyone does. So that's my sort of squad in terms of how we can fix this Liverpool team. But in terms of the actual tactics, I just think the formation that we're playing, if Xabi Alonso did come in and we played a three at the back, I think it could work with the signings of the new centre-backs. If we didn't have any new signings, it definitely wouldn't work. But we've seen how three at the back worked for Xabi Alonso at Leverkusen. So if we had Van Dijk, Canate, and then either Leone or Jeremy Jacket playing in the centre-backs, I think that could work. I think Frimpong and Kirkes, obviously no, Frimpong has done it already at Leverkusen, and Kirkes in that wing-back position, I think they'd thrive so much there. We know Wirtz has done it under Xabi Alonso already, so I think it'd be great if we sort of switch up the formation a bit because this sort of 4-2-3-1 that we're playing isn't really doing it for me. I like to see Gravenberch have a sort of holding partner in the CDM position. I think on his own, I'm not too sure at the moment. Obviously, he has McAllister, but I don't think McAllister is a naturally suited CDM. And then another thing I think that is crucial for this Liverpool team actually doing well for the rest of the season is making substitutes. For some reason, I don't know why, Slot just doesn't like making changes. He leaves it till about the 80th minute to bring on maybe Ngamoa or Chiesa. I think Chiesa should be starting a few games. He played okay against Brighton last night. He didn't have the best of games, but especially for Ngamoa when he came on, he played great. I just think we need to be making more changes. Curtis Jones, for one, he played brilliantly yesterday against Brighton. I think he got awarded man of the match. I'm not too sure. Obviously, he got the goal. He played great at right back. We thought Szoboszlai would play there, but Curtis Jones did. And I think Curtis Jones is one of our better midfielders. I think he's better than McAllister. I think he should be starting in this Liverpool team in centre mid and maybe right back then if we don't have a right back at the moment. And then just my final point is on young players and the development in Liverpool. We see it with especially Calvin Ramsey. I don't get why Slot lets these players play in sort of lower FA Cup games and Carabao Cup games to then never play them again. Like, I don't get why we're building them up and giving them that game time to then not proceed with it in other games. We've had so many right backs that have gone out this season. We've got a naturally fitted right back. Yes, he's a bit young and hasn't got much experience, but why not just try him out? Why not give him a go rather than playing Endo at right back? I just don't get it. But yeah, that's all for this video. Let me know if you agree with me and make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. I'd really appreciate it. And also if you could subscribe. So yeah, thanks for watching.